All right, guys, welcome to the Harmonic YouTube channel. We just completed our 1-week project here at Raleigh Korean Presbyterian Church, RKPC, in Raleigh, North Carolina. So I wanted to give you a tour. Let's go in. So the purpose of this project was mostly audio, do a complete overhaul of the audio system, as well as refreshing their video system a little bit with the new PTZ camera. But yeah, let's go here. We'll start off with our rack. So this is a new custom rack that we built. Very tight space here. But anyway, we have power sequencing, proper power sequencing right here on the wall. Here's how you turn it on and off. Everything gets sequenced on and off in the correct sequence. The stage, as well as the broadcast room here. We have Shure SLXD. 8 channels of Shure SLXD here, 4 units, dual units. We have a Shure wireless antenna system, and we have a RF venue DFIN antenna for our RF antenna. We're using Furman for our power sequencing, and we have like a Netgear switch here for our AV system. So, and in terms of their console, they're using a Behringer Wing compact, which is fantastic. I'm really glad we went for a compact one here, just considering how tight the space is. And for the monitoring in this room, we're using iLoud, I think they're IK Multimedia, iLoud Micro Monitor Pros. They're really great because they have calibration built into them. So they've been calibrated to have a really flat response curve in this room. We're using OBS here, OBS for live streaming here. And also, just to give a little bit more volume, we're using some limiting on this side. So about 5 decibels of limiter compression here on the OBS stream. This is a Roland V8 HD switcher. This is what they had already. So we just repurposed this, kind of just tweak the settings a bit. We set up lower third lyrics. So they have lower third lyrics now here. We used their existing PTZ controller, but now we installed a brand new PTZ Optics Move SE. I believe it's the 20x zoom is the one we installed. So you can take a look here, and yeah, it works great. And there's also presets, so you can have you can go from podium, you can do like the entrance, you can have one of the band, all these presets. And this is kind of new to us, but we installed FreeShow, which is a ProPresenter alternative, free open source project. Works great for this church size, this size of church, I think. Super easy to use. Lower third works. Yeah, and that's about it for the broadcasting room. So, and also last thing, the main speakers here, they're using a Bose system. So we just did some speaker tuning to dial it in, but it sounds great. Okay, great. So that was the broadcasting room, and let's go take a look at their sanctuary as well. So come on in. All right, so we'll get started in the back here. This is the brand new PTZ Optics camera they installed. It's the Move SE. They only needed 1080p, so we decided to save some money, go with the 1080p model. Let's go take a look at the main sanctuary. In terms of the main PA system, they have a Bose control space processor hooked up to a Bose speaker system, just left, right, point source, as well as 2 subs kind of stacked front to back. And I think their system, it had some weird dips and peaks, so we just flattened that out with the RTA mic. But also, now I think tuned, they actually sound really good. Okay, so we'll get started with the drum set. Brand new drum set here, F-Note 3B. F-Note, if you don't know them, they're I believe some engineers from Roland left Roland and started F-Note. The 3B, super compact. I think it sounds great. I think personally this is a better drum set than the Roland alternative, which is probably the TD17 KVX2. I prefer the F-Note over the Roland. It's a really great drum set. All of our musicians here, we're using P24s for all of these sessions. So the drum, bass, electric guitar, acoustic, as well as the synth players. Oh, sorry, not the acoustic, but synth players and the keys. They all have their own P24 units. So it's super easy to use. I think this is a really great improvement over the P16 system that previously was Behringer's monitoring system. In terms of the rack, obviously there's the power sequencer being controlled from the broadcasting room, but also we have a S32 for our stage box here on the left side. And then we have the P24 hub at the bottom. P24 system, Behringer, it's really great. Okay. So, and then we can take a look at the other instruments. Each musician also has their own talkback mic. The P24 really cool feature is that it has foot switch functionality built in. So a musician can push down with their foot and talk into their talkback mic, and it's going to be sent to all the other musicians. It's a full in-ear system here. So all the other musicians will have in-ears, so they'll be able to hear. We have the talkback feed going to the broadcast room just in case you need to talk back and forth. Here we have some crowd mics, a pair of crowd shotgun mics here to the left and right. Helps a lot with the ambience as well as the broadcast. Okay. And lastly, let's go take a look at the charging station. So in terms of the charging station, super cool looking, got blue LEDs. But so we're going with the full SLXD system here. Full SLXD system here with the charging dock and the batteries all built in. We're using, actually kind of interesting, we're using Thomann brand, T-Bone brand wireless in-ears. So these work in the 2.4 gigahertz range. So sometimes there are some issues with it cutting out, but I think it's a good balance in terms of price to performance. It's a pretty good budget. Budget-friendly IEM, wireless stereo, diversity stereo IEMs. We have some, and in terms of our backing singers, the secondary singers, they're all using Behringer P2s right here. Behringer P2s. Really cool functionality. If you hook up the right cable to these, you can actually get stereo audio out of a single XLR cable. It's kind of crazy. So each singer has one belt pack with a single XLR coming out, giving them stereo in-ears out of a P2. And here's our charging station. Here, take a look. AAA batteries for the in-ears, for the wired in-ears, okay? So that's about it. That's the charging station. All right, great. Yes, and lastly, you can see here on the floor, there's 6 cables, XLR cables. They're all labeled. And each of these cables correspond to a wired in-ear Behringer P2, where you would hook up your Behringer P2 to get your in-ears in. Okay, lastly, we just wanted to show off the ease of use of shutting down the system. So you just go here, go to the AV system on and off, press one button, and it will sequence off in order, starting with your speakers, and then the video system will shut off too, all in one. All right, so I think that's about it. Thank you for watching my tour. This is the new RKPC system. You could check out their YouTube channel in the description. That way you could check out their YouTube and see the difference before and after their upgrade. All right, thanks for tuning in.